Humans like to believe civilization changed them, that modern society made people rational, peaceful, moral, civilized, but history tells a darker story, because under the surface, human nature never disappeared. It just became quiet, and every time society collapses, something ancient wakes up again. Looting, violence, mob psychology, cruelty, panic. The terrifying part is, these behaviors don't come from monsters, they come from ordinary people, neighbors, friends, families, people who once looked completely normal. And maybe the scariest truth about humanity is how thin the line really is between civilization and chaos. For most of human history, life was brutal. Humans evolved in environments filled with starvation, violence, fear, and survival pressure. There were no stable governments, no police, no guaranteed food, no modern comfort, only survival. And survival shaped the human brain in disturbing ways. The brain learned, protect your tribe, fear outsiders, take resources before resources disappear. Trust fear more than empathy, because humans who hesitated too long, often died. That ancient survival system still exists inside every human alive today. Modern society simply suppresses it, rules suppress it, comfort suppresses it, stability suppresses it, but suppression is not removal. And when systems fail, human behavior changes frighteningly fast. Psychologists have studied what happens during disasters, wars, blackouts, economic collapse, and social breakdowns, and the pattern is deeply unsettling. When humans feel safe, they cooperate, but when survival feels threatened, the brain changes priorities immediately. Fear rises, empathy shrinks, group identity strengthens, suspicion increases. People begin separating the world into simple categories, us, and them. That's when mob psychology starts appearing. Individually, people often behave morally, but inside fearful groups, humans become psychologically different creatures. Responsibility dissolves. Emotion spreads rapidly. Fear becomes contagious, and suddenly, ordinary humans start doing things they never imagined themselves capable of. History repeats this pattern constantly, not because humans fail to learn, because the survival brain is older than civilization itself. The scariest part about human nature is how easily fear overrides intelligence. Under stress, the brain shifts control away from long-term thinking and toward survival instincts. That's why panic spreads faster than logic, why anger spreads faster than empathy, why outrage spreads faster than understanding. The emotional brain reacts first. The rational brain reacts later, sometimes too late, and modern technology amplifies this ancient weakness. Social media spreads emotional fear instantly across millions of people. Algorithms reward outrage, conflict generates attention, fear keeps people engaged. So modern humans now live inside systems that constantly trigger ancient survival instincts. Every day, the brain scans for threats, enemies, conflict, danger, and over time, people become emotionally exhausted, hyper-alert, defensive, tribal, not because humans are broken, because the nervous system was never designed for permanent global fear exposure. Existential twist. But maybe the darkest truth is this: human nature is not fixed. It changes depending on conditions. A peaceful environment creates one version of humanity. A desperate environment creates another, and civilization itself may simply be a fragile psychological agreement, a thin layer covering ancient instincts underneath. That means the same species capable of compassion is also capable of terrifying cruelty under pressure, not because humans transform into something else, because both sides already exist inside everyone. History proves this repeatedly. Genocides, collapses, wars, mass hysteria. Human beings often become unrecognizable frighteningly fast, especially when fear combines with authority, scarcity, or group identity. And maybe that's why humans are so obsessed with stories about apocalypse, because deep down, people suspect civilization is far more fragile than it appears. Right now, millions of people are living peaceful ordinary lives, drinking coffee, watching videos, going to work, laughing with friends, completely convinced society is stable, permanent, safe. But history whispers a warning humanity keeps ignoring. Civilization is not human nature, it is a system constantly fighting against human nature, and every generation assumes the system is stronger than it really is, until something breaks, and when it breaks, the hidden parts of humanity begin surfacing again. Fear, violence, tribalism, survival instinct, the ancient brain, still alive, still waiting, and maybe the scariest part about human nature, is realizing those instincts never belonged only to other people, they belong to us too.